It is the top of the hour, and I am Frank, and I will be your host today. Welcome, each and every one of you that made time in the middle of your day to be with us. I appreciate it. I appreciate your coming, and I want to make lots of money with you. Today, we have a guest speaker. He's a very special guest speaker, a good friend of mine, David Dubbs. He's a top recruiter in 8 MLM companies. He's consulted multi-billion-dollar companies. He owns two multi-million-dollar software companies that are in over 70 countries right now. And David, are you with us?
I'm here.
Okay, David. Well, I'm going to go ahead and turn down that music so that, and then I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay, perfect. See
Okay.
if I can share my screen yet.
Hang on for a second. Before I turn it over to you, I've got to.
I know
Uh,
Zoom's confusing. Well, I start talking while you're looking for that. Hey, everybody. I'm glad everybody made it to this call. This is kind of last minute for me. Frank asked me to do this, I think, like 2 days ago. And then I forgot I had a refrigerator that I just bought being installed. And they literally just left my house like 3 minutes ago. So I was able to still jump on and make it to this call. But spending money's fun, right? But everybody, Frank asked me to come on here and share one of my companies with you guys. It's very, very exciting. If you like making money, that's what we do. Okay. We have a lot of people that make a whole lot of money in a very, very fast amount of time with something that just makes sense. Like you said, I was at the top of over 8 different companies. Then I had billion-dollar companies because of my status, hiring me to consult them on what to do. I left those businesses. I think you got the music going. Okay. So we left those businesses, and then I was able to go. I left those businesses, and then I decided that I wanted to start a sales funnel company. Okay, to build sales funnels, and we did that. We took that company to over 70 countries. It's been around 6.5 years. We have basically the who's who, top 6 and 7 figure earners, and the biggest teams in the industry that all use that product. Then a friend of mine showed me his software company, and it blew my mind instantly. And I said, "Oh my gosh, this is going to be a billion-dollar company." And I got super excited about it. And I think you guys are going to get just as excited about it. And I'll tell you how exciting it is. I showed another guy, friend of mine that's in the industry. He's made over $40 million, helps companies grow to over $100 million, one of the biggest names in the marketing industry. He said the minute he saw it, he hasn't slept in over 4 days. Then he brings on another guy that's made millions and millions of dollars, that has developed all kinds of stuff. He hasn't slept in 4 days because the industry size is over $81 billion. And so when you introduce a business that has an industry size of over 81 billion, it wakes people up a little bit, just like it woke me up. And we're talking about guys that are already in the 7-figure club. Okay. It takes a lot of things to get us very, very excited about opportunity. But I'm going to tell you, when something makes sense, it just makes sense and it clicks. Okay. A lot of you have tried to make money, and you try to make money selling a lot of stuff that's kind of hard to sell or kind of things. And I've done it too. I've done it through multiple home-based businesses where you're trying to convince people to use stuff they never used before. Hey, try this CBD oil, even though you could get it at your local gas station, right? It's very hard to do that. I see I'm the host here. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to open up a PowerPoint here. I can kind of go through here. So one of my company's names is called Wombat. It's a software, and it's short for word of mouth bot, kind of a cool play on words. And what we do is we have people making 5 figures in the first 30 days. Okay. I don't know if you're making 5 figures in 30 days, but I just had a guy make $10,700 in 4 days. 4 days. He used to work for Uber Eats. He didn't even make $4,000 a month. He got with us, and 4 days later, $10,700. We have people that are making 6 figures a month. Okay. But here's why it makes sense. What we do is we develop a piece of software that helps businesses get reviews. Now, I want to ask you this question. And you got to answer it in your head because I can't hear you, but I think you're going to say yes. Have you ever bought anything on Amazon? And you'd live under a rock if you've never bought anything on Amazon. But the question is did you read the reviews before you put it in the cart? And everybody has. You can't tell me when you're looking for something, you don't see reviews and click on it. Amazon has now trained your brain, as well as every other brain all across America and the world, to read reviews now on everything. See, Google reviews have been around for a long time, but no one paid attention to them as much as they do now. This pandemic really made our business boom because what? Everybody was stuck inside buying stuff online. They read reviews. So now if they need anything, they'll read reviews, and I'm going to show you. For example, I pulled something up on Amazon here. Both these products do the same thing. There's supposed, if you get a stone hit your windshield while you're driving the car, it's supposed to fill a crack, right? So if you get on Amazon and you're looking for something, both of these are about the same price. One's $12.99, one's $12.05. Okay, but one has 3 stars and 29 reviews. One has 3,500 reviews and 4 stars, and it's cheaper. Which one you buying? Probably no one's going to buy the one for $12.99 that has a 3-star review when they could spend less to a 4-star review. Well, this across the board happens right now in everything. For example, I want you to understand that there's 2 words that everybody uses right now. And when you understand these 2 words, there's so much money in these 2 words. You know what they are? Google it. Everybody says Google it. You know why? If you need an electrician, okay? For example, I just got a new refrigerator installed today. Let's say the plug went bad. I don't have any friends that are electricians. If I do, I'd call my friend, right? But there's a lot of things in life that you just don't know somebody. So you Google it. So if I Google, I need an electrician right now, and this is my local area. I live out of Nashville, Tennessee. These 2 are within about 5 miles of each other. Which one I'm going to call? The one guy has 4.9, 5 stars, 1,800 reviews. And then we got Dr. Electric has 33 reviews and 3.6 stars. Now, you got to understand too, if you're going to have somebody in your home, you like to do some research first. I have over, a couple $100,000 in my watch collection. I don't want just anybody walking in my house. I'm going to do my research. But do I think I want to hire this guy? The problem with Dr. Electric is he's probably a good electrician, but he stinks at marketing. And so while he wants his phone to ring, he wants business just like Hiller does, but no one's calling him. Everybody's calling the other guy. You don't think Dr. Electric would do anything to get his phone to ring more? Of course he does. Check out these statistics. A lot of you don't understand or know these, and you should be saying cha-ching after I say every single one of these. 97% of people, 97% read reviews before they choose a business. You know how much money there is? 97%? 91% of millennials. See, millennials, especially coming up, they're grown up on cell phones. My first cell phone was a bag phone, 20 minutes for $80 a month, right? People these days, my son walks around with a phone in his hand and can't even get it out of him. Millennials read stuff, okay? So that's big. 100 reviews can raise a company's conversions by 37%, 200 by 44%. Show me a business that don't want to raise their conversion rate by 44%. That's insane. You know how much money that is? 70%. Yeah, 70% of people need to read 4 reviews before they trust a business. 20% of people trust written reviews over stars. You don't want to just see stars. You want to see what they read. When you go to Amazon, you actually read the reviews because you're trying to find out more information. Example, my kid grew 6 inches overnight. I had to buy he had a twin mattress. I decided to get him a queen mattress. I was ready to buy one on Amazon, and it said that the mattress had bed bugs. And like a bunch of reviews. I'm like, oh, I don't want that one. So the people's reviews made me not buy that brand, and I bought another brand. What? Because of why? Because of what customers said, not because how good the company says they are. I actually trust the consumer more than I trust the company. Think about that. 4 negative reviews can decrease sales by over 70%. 77% of people don't trust reviews over 3 months old. Have you ever looked at a business and see that they're not getting any reviews? Then you got to say, wow, why aren't you? Like when I talk to a business owner, we've been around for 30 years. And you got 30 reviews, what's that show? That shows no one likes you. If people liked you, they'd actually say something good about you. You know why, though, most businesses don't get reviews and why this product is so popular? I'm going to tell you why. I want you to think about this right now. How many restaurants have you gone into that you've eaten at that you really like, but you've never given them a review? I bet all of you are saying probably all of them or most of them. Most of you don't never get a review. You know why? They never asked you. And if they asked you and you really like the place, you don't mind giving them a review, doing them a favor. You like the place. You want to see them do well. The problem is businesses do not know how to ask for reviews. They might put a sign up, give us reviews, that does absolutely nothing. People read it and they don't do it. They don't understand. So our software asks for the business, their customers, to give them a review, and we do it in an easy way, and the businesses love it. So again, there's no yellow pages. I'm old enough to remember the yellow pages. Some of you might be too. No one has yellow pages anymore. Okay, that's thrown out. Everybody does 2 words. It's Google it. That's where they go to look for everything they need. And business owners, they need it. Their reputation means everything to them. Okay. So our software actually does a lot more than just reviews. It does search engine optimization. You guys might have heard that means ranking higher in search engines. And it does reputation management. If they have bad reviews, we can fix it. For example, here's what our software looks like. So they could pull up on their phone or an email to look like this, and it has the business logo, and it says review your experience 1 to 5. Now here's what's really cool. Here's how we help their reputation. Let's say I got a bad haircut from Elvis and I decided to give it a 3, a 2, or a 1. Well, if they do that, we actually internalize that bad review. We don't go to Google and post it. And then Elvis, the owner of this shop, would get an email saying, hey, you had a customer that gave you a bad review. It gives the owner a chance to go out and help them. Okay, there's a video out there, but we have by Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank, right? And he said this, back in the day, if you weren't happy with a company, you called their 1-800 number and you talked to customer service and they would do something for you. I actually did that this morning. Best Buy tried to charge me an extra $30 fee for my refrigerator. I got on the phone with them. They waived the $30 fee, right? I called them direct. But what I could have done, which most people do these days, is they don't bother doing that. What they do is they just go to Google or Facebook or Yelp and give them a 1 star. Now, the owner might have not been there that day. He might not know he had an employee with a bad day. Next thing you know, he has a review that he can never get off that gives him a bad reputation. You don't think they want to protect that? So with us, we can internalize that bad review, not post it, and then the owner of the company has a chance to go back and talk to that customer and save them before they get a bad review. You don't think they want that? You don't think this guy here would want that? Rapid response plumbing. If your toilet explodes and has water everywhere, you ready to call this guy? 1 star, 2 Google reviews. Or would you call a plumber that has 80 reviews or 200 reviews that's like a 4.3 or 4.7 or a 5.0? Which one you calling? Now, this guy probably wants you to call him, but he doesn't realize that he's on Google and this is what you see. And because you see this, his phone's not ringing, meaning he is missing out on money. See, what we do is, you ever watch Shark Tank? I use Shark Tank references all the time because a lot of you watch it. You know the products that make the most money are the products that solve a problem. A product that you say, oh my gosh, why didn't I think of that? It solves a problem. Right now, and I want you to know this, 99% of businesses need this product. Well, 100% of businesses need this product. And they're not using any software to do it. This is wide open. Very few times in your life, and this is what got me excited. This is what got a guy that made over $40 million excited. This is what got another guy that's made millions of dollars excited. Very few times in your life are you first. Every time you look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin is $65,000 or something today. If you would have bought it when it was a few $100, you'd be doing all right now. You would have been glad you got in it. But now if you go to buy today, you're way past that curve. And almost everything you do in life, you're always way past the curve. You're always getting on it late. Go try to sell CBD oil today. Maybe 10 years ago, you would have made millions of dollars, but today it's pretty hard to do something like that. So this is a company that here you are first. It's like the gold rush of the 1800s, okay? Because everywhere you go, there are millions of businesses just here in my city alone, and we're worldwide, and every one of them want this product, and we'll tell you they beg for it. We're gonna show you examples of that later. They want it, and they're gonna pay you direct for it. We don't get paid, they pay you direct. It's really, really exciting stuff. So here's how the search engine optimization works. So here's a company that we helped out of Salt Lake City, Utah. They started with 100 reviews. Now they have over 1,600. This slide's a little old. They have over 1,600 reviews, 4.8 score on Google. They are getting right now in traffic, okay? And what that means is Google, how it works is they look at keywords. And depending on the keyword is how they send traffic to a business, right? Well, right now they're getting over almost $12,900 in free organic traffic, all because of our reviews. Okay, and I'm going to show you why. When people write reviews, they fill them with keyword terms. Okay, for example, Black Diamond Electric, flickering light, main breakers, electrical, circuit connections, Rocky Mountain Power, circuit box and outlets, corrosion, main breaker. See, all these things are keyword terms. And users, when they do a review, write a review from their cell phone or they write it from their own email, which is an IP address. See, any guy can go out there and build their own blog or fill their own website up with a bunch of keywords. But what Google loves is unique content written by unique users. Google sees all these different IP addresses parading content for a business and they deliver traffic. Now this business ranks for over 46 keywords that they never ranked before. They're ranking on 46 keywords. I want you to know this too. You know, there's a joke out there. If you want to bury a dead body, put it on page 2 of Google. You ever hear that? That's people say that. No one looks at page 2 of Google. Do you realize almost every business is on page 1 of Google? Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to go over here to Google real quick. Let me just open up another browser here. And I'm going to show you something real quick. I'm just going to go to Google. And you guys might be shocked about this when I show you because you don't really know this. Okay. If I type in Google, I'm on another browser here. I'm gonna move it over here in a second. Okay. Okay, looks like Google did something fancy here. If I type in Google plumbers, Nashville. Okay, see this map right here? This is the big map, and most people go to this map. So this is what's called a Google map, and they put it on the front page of Google. Now, what happens is you hit view all, and you will see all the businesses in your local area. Okay, that's close to what you typed in. You see all these see all these pins. The minute your mouse goes over it, you see what it says? It says their score and how many reviews they got instantly. So you instantly have a lot of businesses that are not organically on the front page of Google, but because of Google Maps, they put it on the front page of Google. Now, I could do something like this. I could go to a keyword tool and say, Nashville plumbers, and you can find all the keywords that could come up. Okay. But what you can also do, I'm not signing this count, but it would actually show you the search volume. For example, the other day we did a search for pizza in Tampa, and over 24,000 searches came up. I believe it was a week. And you could show a business, if they're ranked way down on that Google map compared to the other pizza places in that area, and 24,000 people a week are searching, look how much money is leaving your pocket. You think a business doesn't want to correct that and get more of that search traffic coming to them? Of course they do. This is the easiest thing in the world. And I'll tell you what also is hot. This is another customer of ours. This picture looks a little crooked because it's actually a video that was churning. It was their infomercial. They run a television commercial in my town. They literally they say we're rated 4.8 out of 5 on Google. They put it above their address, above their phone number, and above their website. They put look how big the review is at the top compared to everything else, because they know people think car lots are shady. And they know those reviews matter. And literally, they love us to death because we have improved their reputation so much that they're using it in their own TV infomercial. This is not hard. But what we also do is our software is very easy. You can look, here's Elvis Barbershop. And actually within 1 month, or around a month and a half time, he had 18 reviews. We got him all the way up to 63. We almost tripled his reviews in a very short amount of time. And we give everybody a QR code where they can scan it. Once they scan it, this is what our software does. It'll look like this. It takes your logo. People can put in their name and email or phone number, hit submit, and then they rank them. And as soon as they rank them, if they rank a 4 to 5, it'll go to Google, or it could go to Yelp, or it could go to Facebook, or it could go to Avo or Cars.com or Health Grades or Angie's List or TripAdvisor. We can actually send reviews to any open review site. That's powerful stuff. A lot of this other software, there's software that's out there, none of it's as good as ours. And most of them just do Google. They don't do the other sites. Well, what happens if you have a bad Yelp rating? We could actually send them there. What if you need reviews on Better Business Bureau because somebody blasted you out of the planet? We could send reviews there. We could do it all. It's pretty awesome. But now let me talk about money, because a lot of you are I wanted to tell you a lot about our product, but let me share the money. And then I have a thing called Money Pile Up. So we have 2 ways that we make you money. Okay. First of all, selling our product. Okay. Business owners want and need it. We have an entire course showing you how business owners beg you for it. Okay. For example, we just had a guy, I'll show you his picture in a minute. He made $10,700 in 4 days. In 9 days, he made over $15,000. Now it's the end of the month. I think he made almost $30,000 just this month, his first month. Okay. He used to work for Uber Eats, making $4,000 a month. So a $26,000 raise this month. Not too bad. And people beg him. And I'm going to show you what he does. And we also have a referral program. How many people out there are looking to make money right now? Everybody wants to make money. And a lot of people do goofy deals. They're doing like pitching a lot of hard things. I know, because I've been in that home-based industry for over 20 years. It is hard to convince people to like change over from what they're doing. Hey, don't drink Starbucks, even though you love it. You got to buy coffee from us instead. Or, hey, don't use your shampoo that you buy at the store. We got a better shampoo and it costs $17 more, but you got to use ours instead. Some of that's pretty hard to do. This isn't hard because we really have no competition, especially in the home business space. We have no competition, and it's in demand, because what happens is you're helping businesses get more customers, make more money. Every business wants to make more money. We help them do that. We help them make more money. It's a no-brainer. So for example, just so you can see, we have people that go out. Now, this is a hard thing to say, but a business usually pays anywhere from $200 to $300 a month for our service. One of our competitors charges over $500 a month and get it all day. Okay, we're a lot cheaper. I don't know if I'm hearing some background noise or not. But what happens is
take a breath just for a minute, because I wanted to mute everyone because of that background noise. Just unmute yourself. Okay, I'm going to mute all.
Okay, so
No,
what happens?
you got to mute all. You're in control.
Oh, I don't know.
Mute all and then just unmute yourself.
I don't even know where it is, but
on the bottom of the go to the participants. On the bottom of the participants, it says mute all.
Oh, let me see here. Participants. Mute all.
It's okay.
Okay, I think I muted everybody. Okay, muted you too, Frank. I hope I'm not muted.
No problem. You're not muted. You're doing good. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. All right, guys. So what happens is businesses easily pay $200 to $300 a month. Our competitor charges $500 a month. Okay, and we have a lot of businesses that do charge that as well. But what happens is when you sign up with us, we give you 50 locations that you can use. $200. If you fill up them all for 50 locations times 200, you're making $10,000 a month. $300, you're making $15,000 a month, and go do the math on that. Okay. But what a lot of people do, instead of charging monthly, we have this guy, Milan. I'm going to show you his picture here in a second. Right here. Where's he at? Oh, I guess I don't have him in this one. Let me show you here. I got Facebook pulled up. This guy right here. He's getting business after business. This guy wearing the vest here. Okay. And he's signing these people up for yearly amounts, and they're paying him. And what happens is they pay you up front. So he charges $200 a month, and they will pay him a check for $2,400. Now, what's really cool is, I'm trying to find this. Here he was. He's talking about getting 33 stores in one shot with the franchise, but they actually pay you direct. Okay. Now this one, he had 6 months up front. So they pay him direct. So what happens is when you come into us and you start to sell the businesses, we white label it to you. Okay. We actually make this your business. You can get a logo. You could create your own name. It could be Frank Aleo Reviews. Okay. That's what the customer sees. The customer actually pays you. They don't pay us. So you can get paid the same day. So this guy went from working Uber Eats, making $4,000 a month. He made $10,700 that was paid to him direct in that 4 days. He made it those same days he worked. Okay. That's what's so exciting about this is we give you a fully enabled white label business. Okay. Now I'm going to get out my whiteboard real quick for a second. I'm going to write on a whiteboard so I can show you here something. Now I'm writing with a mouse, so it gets a little sloppy. Okay, so I want to think this. Do you guys like the word free? Let me ask everybody on this phone call right now. Can you afford free?
I can.
Do you know anybody else that can? You know anybody else that can afford free?
How about that?
Lying if you said no. Okay, all of you can afford free. It's a ridiculous question right now. And you'd be lying to say you know anybody else that can afford free. And I got to tell you this, you know, as you look around, you can't tell me you can't find people that want a better life. Okay, I drive a lot of exotic cars. I have all kinds of crazy stuff I drive and do. People look at me all the time. They come up to me all the time and say, man, I wish I could have that. I wish. You can't. You're just stuck in your 40-hour-a-week job that you hate, that, you know, there's no reason why you can't have this. Okay. So people are out there looking, trust me, they are out there everywhere because people hate their jobs. They want to have freedom. I have pure freedom and I've had it for 20 years. And I tell you, it's awesome waking up and doing what you want. But if you can afford free, you can find others that can afford free. Now I came up with a genius plan. I might be calling myself genius. Maybe that's too much, but money, I think it is pretty genius. The money pile up plan. Okay. Do you like proof? Okay. And most businesses, what happens is they come up to you and say, hey, listen, I got a business idea for you. But I tell you what, if you want in on this, it's going to cost you $500 or $1,000 or $1,500 for your kit or $250 for your kit. And you got to get this kit. And once you get this kit, then you can do business. But I need you to spend money first. Right. Okay. And you might be thinking that's what happened here. You might say, Frank, man, got me on this call. And I know there's some sort of pitch where he's going to try to get in my pocket today. Well, guess what, everybody? Frank didn't do that, because what we do is we do this. We actually let you in the business for free for 30 days. Now, during that 30 days, you get 50 business locations that you can sell to our product. We have full training. We show you how to do it. We show you how they just literally beg you for the product. Okay, again, if you only charge $200 a month, that's $10,000 a month. Now, if you got all 50 filled in 1 month and they paid you up front, do the math on that. That's $120,000 in your pocket. Okay. Just like that. Okay. Just like Milan, that guy I showed you, he's made almost $30,000. Guess how much he's paid me yet? He actually just paid his first payment, I think, yesterday. Okay. So the guy went out and made $30,000 to pay before he pays me. What it cost us is $199 a month after your free month. Okay. It's $199 a month for 50 locations. Okay. Now, if you're making $10,000 or more, like Milan did, made $30,000. Do you think he cares about this measly amount that he gets to write off his taxes anyway as a business expense? He doesn't. Okay, so that's what we mean by money piling up. But I want to show you another part of our plan that's very exciting, and it's called the affiliate program. If you know people that like to hustle, my hat says I hustle. My license plate on my car says I hustle, right? My other license plate says self-made. Okay, I love hustling, right? But if you know other people that want to hustle, check this out. You can sign them up for free. And after they start paying $199, any direct person you get, you'll make $60 a month on. Okay. Any person that they get, you make $30 a month on. And any person they get, you get $10. So we have what we call a 3-tier affiliate program. This is not really a multi-level marketing and network marketing. This is what we call a straight up affiliate program. We go down 3 tiers. But let me just do some math for you. If you were to only get 20 people, what is that? Every month has 4 weeks, right? There's 4 weeks in a month. If you were to only get 5 people a week, now remember, can you find 5 people for free? And of course they can. 5 people a week equals 20, right? Well, if you got 20 and you did nothing else, and they all upgraded, and you did nothing else, okay? This is what I love, okay? Let's say you worked 1 month, and you found those 20 people. They all upgraded in your 1 month, okay? You didn't do anything else. And then your people started to do the same. Remember, you're not doing anything more. You worked your month. You're done working. Now your next person does 20. If they all got 20, if all 20 got 20 doing the exact same thing, 5 people a week just for a month, you know what that equals in commission on a monthly basis? $93,200. Can you live on that? Any of you want to live on that? Now, let's say you only did a third of that. Could you live on about $30,000 monthly? Because this comes monthly. Now, this has nothing to do with the business side. So now you take Milan, a guy who's also building the affiliate program. I think he's already up because he got so many people in his first month. He's probably already at $10,000 to $15,000 in the affiliate program. In his first month, he made $30,000. This month, that extra $15,000 a month will come on. So if that's already $45,000 pretty much that he put together within about a 30-time period of that it. Now, I'm going to tell you about another business that we have. We had some guys out of New Jersey, some hustlers. They used to sell merchant accounts. You know what a merchant account is? You know, just try to switch credit card processing. It's a hard sale. You try to convince a business to save pennies on every transaction. And they just had it's a high pressure, hard sale, but they had an office. They talked to a lot of businesses. I said, man, the minute you start to try to sell reviews, they're going to be eating out of their hand. They called me up and said, Dave, we can't believe how easy this is. Everybody we talk to, the minute we say reviews, are like, yes, I need reviews. How do I get them? They're like, man, we're doing this. So every 50 pack that we sell, you could buy another one. So it's $199 per every 50 pack. Well, these guys have literally filled up over 950 packs. They got over 450 businesses. Now they got high-end clients. They have Mercedes-Benz dealerships. They got Acura dealerships. They got big businesses that are paying these guys. Right now, they filled them up in about 2 months. Just off the businesses alone, I think they're averaging around $130,000 a month in commissions. Just off of what they did in 2 months worth of work, $130,000 coming in every month. Okay. Just because of what they did in 2 months, because they keep filling up and they're not done. They keep buying 50 packs. They keep filling them up because they said it's the easiest thing that they've ever done. Now, I've done a lot of things in my life, but here's why it's so easy, everybody. Here's why you want to get part of this. 1, you can afford free. Why wouldn't you take a position in something that you can afford free and get yourself proven it? 2, it is a highly in-demand product. You read reviews. I guarantee you read reviews. Everybody you know read reviews. Everybody understands this. I walk into a business and say, you ever buy anything on Amazon? Yeah. Did you read the reviews? Yes. So what makes your business any different? You don't think they're going to read your reviews? And the light bulb goes off and they're like, whoa, you could actually use Google and show people how bad they are. And you could take out your phone and say, look, you're a pizza shop, and the other 5 pizza shops that are a mile away from you all have more reviews and better. You're losing business. You want to get the business back in your pocket? And they see that and they're like, man, sign me up. It is one of the easiest sales to ever happen. And our software is rockstar. Our software is one of the best softwares out there. We have all kinds of extra features that no other software has out there. And by the way, our software has been out in the marketplace for over 6 years. This software it isn't new. We were way before the curve of Google reviews. But here's what my partner said, and I love this quote, and I think some of you guys will laugh a little bit at it. Think about the guy that made the first hamburger. Did anybody go up to that guy and say, what kind of ham is in it? Probably everybody said, what kind of ham is in that hamburger? Why? Because it's called a hamburger, right? Like, but now, have you ever heard anybody say, what kind of ham is in a hamburger? And the answer to that is no, because they're so common. Right now, reviews are right there at that very, very beginning stage where it's going to take off like a rocket ship. We're right down here. And it is going like the trajectory. It's just like Bitcoin. It is going through the roof right now, and you are first. See, now people understand reviews because Amazon's taught them all. You got to read reviews. So now everybody understands it, so it's not there. I want you to think about this. If you don't think this is big, you probably forget many years ago, a lot of businesses didn't think they needed this. You know what that is? www. A lot of businesses didn't think they had to. Oh, that internet thing's not going to do anything. No one needs to go get a www.yourbusinessname.com. All of a sudden, they were in for a rude awakening when all these people bought business names and sold them back to them for millions of dollars, right? That's the space you're in. We have a competitor that's spending millions and millions of dollars on satellite radio, and we love it. Why? They're not selling to people very good, and they're making awareness. When you're driving down the car, remember when you used to hear LifeLock commercials all the time about stealing your identity? And then all of a sudden your credit card says, hey, do you want identity theft protection? And the light bulb clicks, you're like, you know what? I heard about that. I do need that because it's subliminally getting in you. Silicon Valley's invested over $100 million into this tech and this product because they know where it's going. And if you want to make money, you got to follow what Silicon Valley is doing. We're talking about some serious, serious money, everybody. This is an $81 billion industry. If any of you have watched that movie, The Social Network, about how Facebook started, okay, I don't care where they're at, but it was really cool. They were in a room, and one time the guy says, you know what's cool? And they all were quiet, and they're like, what? He goes, $1 million isn't cool. Do you know what's cool? And they said, what? And he goes, $1 billion. And the whole room was shut up. Okay, that's where you're at. When is the next time you're going to get at the beginning of the next $1 billion giant? Tell me, because I've done everything online for many, many years, made a lot of money out there, built a lot of companies. When's the next time you're going to see something this big that has the trajectory like this, and every one of them need reviews? It's happening now, and these businesses don't know how to get them. That's the cool part. We solve a problem, and we fix the company's biggest problem, which is getting reviews. And we have an easy software that gets that company reviews, and they love us, and they pay forever. And again, they pay you direct. And here's also what's cool. You can go out there like this guy, Milan, I keep talking about, made about $30,000 this month. He did that all before he was starting to recruit people in the business as well. But he made $30,000 essentially without that other side of the affiliate program. Just off the product alone, no downline, no recruiting, just off the product alone, about $30,000, just like that, his very first 30 days in the business before he even paid us. So the thing is, hey, look, I like to prove things before anything. You could sign up in the company for free. We're not asking for any money right now. That's a pretty fair deal. So you can't say we're trying to scam you out of money or this and that, whatever. Well, how can I? You don't even pay. You can make money before you even pay me, okay? Before you pay the company. That's a pretty fair deal. And not only that, we're all proven. You know, we're paying on the 15th an insane amount of commission to affiliates. If you saw how much we're paying tomorrow, you would fall off your chair and you'd say, man, I want some of that, because this thing is starting to take off big time. Because when people are finding out about this, opposed to selling whatever else is out there, soap and shampoo and vitamins and weight loss and CBD oil and everything that's on the store shelves, they could get involved with a company with no competition. That's a pretty sexy tech product. Everybody's coming over here and saying, man, and again, those companies all want you to buy a kit and get started and do this and that. We don't. Come on board. Let's prove it to you first. Let's make you a bunch of money. And then most of you will be very, very happy with that. And I could show you all kinds. Let me show you one more thing here, just so you know it's working. Just on our Facebook page, I think yesterday, because we have a Facebook group. Let me see. I think it was yesterday. Let's find it here. Just got a check for $19.95 for an annual agreement. How sweet it is, Bob. And so
hey, Bob is on the call right now.
Bob's on the call. There you go. So if anybody wants to know, Bob's on this call. Hey, Bob, he posted this on Facebook. I didn't even know he was on this call. He made $2,000 up front. Pretty cool. I mean, so if you don't want to believe me, we got a guy on this call right now that made $2,000 just like that. How many times does Bob want to do that this month? Probably a lot. He probably wants to play that game over and over and over again.
Hey, Bob, why don't you respond to that? How many times you want to do it?
Is Bob on here? He can talk.
Yeah, David, I'm here.
Hey, Bob.
Hey, good. Yeah, we spent 10 days in Gatlinburg. I just got back in, so really I haven't even spent a lot of time on this yet. I've got a couple of guys on this call that are going to be working this program. As you're saying, this is easier than taking candy from a baby. So basically what I did is I found this guy had his last reviews for the last year were all 1-star reviews. They were complaints, and he runs a used car lot, owns the used car lot. And so when I called him, I said, "You need help." He said, "You're exactly right, and we know it." And so I talked to him. I said, "Look, my program's $279 a month. If you do pay 2 months in advance, I'll give you the third. If you pay for a year, I'll do it for $2,000. Now, I've run car dealerships. For a used car dealer, one deal in the course of a month will pay him more than that. We get his rating up. He's got current reviews, and that's already taken place within the last 3 days. And, it's a win-win situation for him. And of course, I'm going to manage it for him. So how on earth can he go wrong?
And what's nice is the tax deduction for him too. He gets to actually write that off his taxes. So, and business owners know that. So they don't mind writing a check like that because they need deductions anyway. And if a deduction is going to help them get more business and make more money, it's a lot better deduction than just buying car wash liquid and writing it off, right?
Yeah. So, but
Well,
yeah,
awesome.
this is absolutely, and I mean, it's easy to find who needs it the most, although everybody needs it. So great job. This is a phenomenal product. And I'm talking to about 30 people, and I just told them, I said, "Look, why don't you sign up, go find 10 people that'll pay $200 a month, and they get 30 days to find people that'll sign up. And so if you're making, $600, are you going to have any problem paying $199? I haven't found one yet that said no.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard. I've been doing this industry, 20 years online, very successful at it. And the fact is, by having a free sign up and literally allowing people to make money up front is really not, it hasn't really been done out there. Everybody always wants you to pay and this. And again, you have a lot easier product here to move. Because it makes sense. We have sales funnels. Here's a couple other testimonials. This guy here, he made $1,900. It was funny. I know this guy. He's in all kinds of own business, never made a dime in his life. And he literally went out and got a funeral home. They paid him $1,900 up front. And he said in this video, he doesn't even have a haircut and he was wearing flip-flops. And he said, "Man, if I could do this without a haircut and flip-flops, anybody can do this." And he got $1,900. I mean, look at it. Look at this guy. And here's Sean. First week, he did over 8K, 6K on reputation management, 2.3 in upsales and marketing services. Sean makes a lot of money. He loves our product. And so we see testimonial after testimonial after testimonial. So listen, if you want to make money, this is what we do. I love it. And I love the affiliate side too, because we pay out a whole lot of money there. And all of you can do well. I'm willing to jump on calls like this for Frank all the time. If you guys want to keep filling these up, I could come on board. Nobody knows this more than me because I've been in this industry for so long. And my other business, I own a sales funnel company. So we actually show you how to get sales funnels done. And I literally sell to every business out there. I mean, every company you can name, buy from me. I see everything. Okay. So I know what's out there being sold in the marketplace today. And this is way easier. Okay. It just makes sense. People understand it. Okay. You don't have to explain it. And that's what's so great about it. When you say, "Hey, have you ever read a review?" Everybody says, "Yeah, I've read a review. I understand it." So you guys are all in the right place at the right time. I can't stress timing enough because maybe 2-3 years ago, who knows, 4 years ago, 5 years ago down the road, but in that time, you can make a whole lot of money right now because the timing is so prime for this thing to take off like a rocket ship. So if anybody has any questions, they can unmute themselves and ask me. I'd be glad to answer anything.
Come on, I hear crickets. Somebody has to have a question. I hear crickets.
I have a question.
Tell us your name and where you're calling from, and then go ahead and ask David your question.
My name is William Boyd, and Mr. I cannot say his last name. Mr. Frank got me on this morning. This sounds awesome. I've actually kind of been looking for this side for my network. I'd be open with working with you guys. I just need to see how we automate this to what I've already do. Because actually, my background's in promotional stuff,
Okay.
which already gives me access to all of the kind of the brands and stuff ahead of time. But I also know all of the I'm not trying to say this disrespectfully, but I know all the mom and pop stores in my local, well, just North Carolina. And I'd be open to the idea of working with you guys in that spec, any way possible, because this is what kind of was looking for as far as that sector goes. Because you're right, the reviews are the key thing, because it doesn't matter if it's Motorola or McDonald's, they need somebody to always go in there and say they enjoyed or they like the new or whatever's going on. I'm just talking about random stuff, but they need to know that the shirt is mine. So I think this is a great avenue to go in, especially right now because everybody's been, because of the pandemic, kind of been stuck at home. And what else? Now you actually have time to actually look and assess what you have in your house, kind of thing.
Well, what's
But
really
yeah, this sounds like a good idea to me. Like I said, hello. It would take me some time to explain how my stuff is going though. But yeah, I'm good working with you guys as far as that
my
goes.
suggestion would be is jump in, and then we have a full training site, and then you can start going through our training site and then see how you can mix our training with what you're doing right now to see the best avenue. Would be my
Okay.
I mean, you could always get a hold of me too. There's no problem. Frank knows how to get a hold of me. We could talk, but I would do that. That way you could, maybe the light bulb will go off when you see it and you're like, oh, I know how I'm going to have to take it. You know what I mean? So you can spend some time on that, but,
Okay.
David,
mom and pops
David,
are great.
David, do you think William could go through the entire training site this weekend? Do you think he
Yeah.
could?
Yeah. Go ahead and give it to him. I don't care. You
Piece
can
of cake. Piece of cake.
And the other thing is really good too, for mom and pops, like you said, one, they're small and they're competing versus Amazon. They're competing versus massive companies, right? And so reviews really help them overcome that. And because of COVID, there's a lot less business to be had. So a lot of companies there's a lot less customers out there because of COVID. So now what companies have to do is be way more competitive than another company, because if they're not, there's a smaller customer base and those customers are going to go somewhere. And so you want those customers to go to you. So if you're not competitive right now, you're going to get crushed. And all these businesses absolutely know that. So that's really good. Mom and pops are perfect for us. So any other questions?
Yes, this is Greg Neely, and I have a question for David.
Yeah,
David,
Greg.
what do you see working best? I know Milan is doing real well, and many other people. Are people reaching out, email, walk-in, cold call?
Milan likes to walk in. And what happens is he actually has them give referrals at the end. So when he goes to the next call, he's like, yeah, Joe from Joe Roofing sent me here. And then the person's immediately open for it. So that's a kind of a smart way to do it. But yeah, we've seen emails work as well. You could email. It's just, you got to remember, it's just like, think about how many emails you get that you don't even open. Right. So
exactly what I'm finding. I mean,
with emails, you got to blast a lot. And you know what, though? I sent a bunch of emails like right in the very beginning when I was testing this. And I had an art gallery call me from California off an email. So what does it work? Yeah, it works. Calling, but if you do a call too, what you want to do is in that first part is, hey, listen, we help you get more customers, because businesses, you got to remember, they don't want a sales pitch. That's all they hear all the time is, what are you trying to sell me? See, what we do that's different is we are trying to help them. We are getting them more people in their door. And when you approach it like that, businesses are very open because they know they need it. Okay. And the fact is we teach everybody to do what we call our review report card. And so you're armed with ammunition. So if you're going to a body shop and he has 3.2 stars, you could say, well, Joe's body shop 1 mile from you has a 4.7 and 283 reviews. Frank's body shop is 520 reviews and a 4.8. And these are all 1 mile from you. So if I needed my car fixed and I get on Google, to be honest, would I use you? Would you use you? Probably not, because you have a 3.2 and 32 reviews. And then they see that and they realize that what everybody else is looking at, and they realize, man, listen, I got to get that. I got to fix this part of my business. Because a lot of business owners, they never look at that stuff. They should, but they really don't, because in a lot of these businesses, like an auto mechanic, for example, they're really blue collar guys. They're great at what they do, right? They're very good at what they do, but they're not technical. They don't know anything about marketing, and a lot of them, they know they want to make money. They know they love fixing cars. They know they want to have their business, but a lot of them struggle. I know one of my friends that was a mechanic, his shop closed because he just couldn't figure out how to get customers in the door, right? He loves being a mechanic, but he was a terrible marketer. He couldn't get anybody in the door. I met him like right after he closed his shop, or I would have helped him out. But you know, that's the thing. And that's what we do is we help business owners. So when you approach it that we're helping them, it's a very easy sale. I hope that helps.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions before we let David go? All right, crickets again. Okay.
Frank,
With the-
you guys get your
with the-
links out.
I have one question too. Sorry.
Sure, go ahead.
So with the 200 fee, would that start after the first month? So like, let's say I started on the 18th, would that 200 be that following 18th of the next?
Correct.
Of the,
Yeah, correct. We bill like 30 days later.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
You
No,
just
no,
got one
that makes
business.
sense.
If you just got one business paying monthly, your monthly's paid for, and then you got 49.
No. I'm just making sure how that went down. That's all I was
Yeah.
gonna ask.
It's good.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you, Diane.
Yep.
Okay, well, I have a question.
Sure.
See, I don't have a car. I live in downtown Denver. I don't have a car. And what I've been doing, I've been walking around to the stores around here and asking them, you know, well, about the business, about their business, and nobody needs any help. They're like, no, we don't need help. We don't need help. So what would my best way of marketing be?
Well, first of all,
how would I find leads to like call?
okay. Well, first of all, what I would do before I walk in those stores is
Yeah.
I would already have Googled them, and I would already have Googled all the other stores just like them. And so I'd say, hey, listen, we help you get more customers. And they say, well, we don't need more customers. I would say, that's not what Google says. And they're like, what?
David, I wish you'd pull that up on your screen again. It's so easy. Could you
Yeah,
just
so
do
watch
that?
this. And then, for example, let me just let me go to Google. And this is why it's so easy. Let me just
Okay, like say for instance, a little liquor store around the corner. You know, they don't need
What's the name of
they
that liquor? What's the name of that liquor store in Denver,
well, let
Colorado?
me just do this. I'll type in liquor
I
stores.
don't know.
Denver,
I don't know the
Colorado.
name
Just do
of it.
Denver.
So for example, here's liquor stores in Nashville. Okay, here's one that has 966 reviews. And if you see the word ad, that means they're paying for the ad. Okay, those are actually good to go after because they have a good budget. But as I scroll down here, this one has 2,100 reviews, 97. A lot of liquor stores actually have tons of reviews, which is surprising to me. But this one here has 36 reviews compared to almost over 1,000 reviews. I can literally show, and actually, if you just run your mouse over, this guy has 100. Luther Liquors has 114 reviews, right? This one mile away has 301. This one right next door is 142. This one has 38, right? But then you look, 106, 79. I mean, then 456, 966, 2,105. So where would I go? Now, liquor stores, see, the also thing about liquor stores is people just buy liquor, right? It's like, you might want to look, how about this? What if you looked at tattoo shops? For example, if you're going to get a permanent tattoo on your body, do you think you want to know if the person's any good or not before you get that ink, on your skin for life? Right? So look at the, I mean, some of these, this guy has 850. I might use this guy, 4.7, 850 reviews. I could read those reviews. But this guy has 187, 268, 305. Now look at Island Tattoo here. They got a 5-star review, but they only have 38 reviews. That might not be enough for me. I want to read before I put a lot on my body. But you could tell 35 reviews. Do I want to trust a guy with 35 reviews when I could go get 388 reviews or 622? So the fact is, you could actually get on Google. Like this guy right here would be a really good example I'd go after. Number one, he only has 65 reviews, but he got a 4.3 score. This guy above him has a 4.4. But when you're up against 4.9, 4.8, 4.9, 4.6, I would look at those 4.3s, and that would be a great one to target right away, because I could say, look, you are surrounded by other tattoo shops that rank way higher than you. And everybody reads reviews before they get a tattoo. So that's the thing, is being armed. Before you just walk in a store and ask, you want to kind of have either pull out your phone and get this knowledge right then and there, or what I do is I call it a report card, where you could just write it down and show these people right there how they're losing money. And again, you could actually pull up keyword terms and see how many searches are being searched a month for that keyword. So let's say there's over 20, or let's say there's 30,000 searches a month. And they're looking at this map right here. And I look at this guy and say over 30,000 people a month are searching for a tattoo, and you're one of the lowest that show up. You know how much business you're missing? You think that business owner is going to say, oh, I don't need it, I'm doing fine? You're not doing fine. If you were doing fine, you would be way above these people. And that's the thing. So, and the thing is too, you could pull them up and find bad reviews. For example, look at this, Flash City. If I click on them, okay. One of the other things I could do is look, they has 1 star, 2 stars. You could look where the bad reviews are. You know, I could look at more Google reviews here, and I could actually look at lowest. I can click on lowest and read. Look at this: 1 star review, 1 star review, 1 star review, 1 star. Now, most of these were 2 years ago, so a lot. He's done a lot. Look how many 1 star, 2 star reviews. 2 star 9 months ago. So I can literally pull this up and say, you need to bury these, because here's the problem with this: 65 reviews isn't enough when you have all these bad reviews. He needs to have about 300 reviews, and 6 or 7 bad reviews won't matter. But when you have 6, 7, 8 bad reviews out of 65, that's not good. That's why his score is only a 4.3. And so there's ways to do your homework and find out. But again, you're helping them. And that's it, when you show them what we can do, listen, they're open to it. You just got to talk to the right person. So you say, we help businesses get Google reviews. That's what we do, you know, and you need them. And we can show you how to do it. And one of the other things too is if you're real timid about that, you can give away a free trial. So let's say you say, look, I don't even want any money from you. I'll put you on a free trial for 2 weeks and let you prove that it works. And once they start seeing reviews come in the next 2 weeks, then you say, okay, you could pay, and then you could pay the month in advance, 6 months, 3, you know, however you want to do it. But most businesses don't turn down free either. So if you get somebody that's a little bit harder, that's not open to the idea, then I would go back to offering it for free for a couple of weeks. Okay. Because why would they say no when you're going to help them? See, it would be dumb of them to do that. So there's definitely ways to turn that around. Anybody else? And don't forget too, we have a lot of people that have never got one business yet because they're concentrated on the affiliate program because they see how powerful this is, and they keep bringing people into the business, and they're making thousands of dollars, if not 5 figures a month, just off the affiliate side. And some of them have never even got a business in yet because they're concentrating more on that side of it than the business side too. So you could do both sides of it as well.
Well, you've done a fantastic job today, David. And I did hear you say that you'll come back anytime we call you.
Yep.
So I'm going to be working on the affiliate side, and I'm going to be building a team, probably several hundred deep. That's what I usually do. And but this is so easy, and Bob convinced me. Bob was a hard sell at first, but Bob convinced me that it's a piece of cake. So thanks a lot, Bob, for being on the call today, because I had no idea that David was going to pull you up. Neither did David have any idea.
No, I didn't even know David was on the phone, everybody. That wasn't planned whatsoever. I just saw that come in Facebook the other day, and I knew it was a good testimonial, so I pulled it up. So Bob, thanks for jumping on here. That was cool of you. But it just goes to show you, man, it works. And Bob will tell you, Bob, I don't know if you're still on. Did me and you even talk? I don't remember having a conversation with you. Maybe we talked one time. I don't remember. But you went out there and did it. I didn't school you how to do this. You went through the training and you just did it. I don't remember me coaching you how to do this. You just followed the training, right? I don't know if Bob's still on.
I don't know if he's still on.
Okay. Well, everybody, if he's not to my recollection, did I ever even talk to Bob? Okay. And I certainly didn't talk to Bob when he got the business. So he went out there and just got it, got paid, and I wasn't holding his hand at all. That's a testament to how good this program is and how good our training is. Just like that. We have people that are going out. Milan, who made that 30 grand his first month, he called me. He told me he was joining. He asked me to send him his funnels. I sent him on Sunday. By that Monday, he was making thousands of dollars his first day. And all I told him to do is watch a training. He watched a training. He went out there and did it. I did not hold his hand. He didn't call me. I didn't talk to any business owners for him. It was just like that. So it's very, very doable, everybody. So, and that's a lot of money. I mean, how many of you made $30,000 this month with nothing out of your pocket? If your answer is no, then you better sign up because because it's like that. All right, that's all I got, Frank. I got some other calls to make today. So,
All right, thank you. And anyone who wants to go ahead and sign up today, please send me an email to frank@ezfinancialgroupllc.com. frank@ezfinancialgroupllc.com. And we'll get you signed up today, and you won't have to pay for 30 days. Thank you very much, David. We appreciate your being on the call. And at the end of every call, what we like to do, we like to make a lot of noise. Let's go ahead and unmute yourselves and let's make some noise. Yeah, let's make lots of money.
Thank you, Frank.
Yeah,
Thank
thank you.
you,
Hey, Frank,
David.
Thank you, David.
Thank you, everybody.